to be president of it, and I accepted that invitation to move to Oklahoma, and I was excited about it. The reason he talked me into getting there, he just said, I'll match everything you're getting down. That was salary, car, company car, country club memberships, all the stuff you get for being president of an insurance company. They don't pay you any money, but they give you a lot of fringe benefits. And he gave me all those fringe benefits. I said, why should I move from Louisiana to Oklahoma to get the same thing I'm getting in Louisiana? Because I love Louisiana, just love it down there. And he said, well, I'll do something for you that nobody else will do. I'll give you 20,000 shares of insider stock for 10 cents a share. So for $2,000, I could buy 20,000 shares of the stock in that company. And that's the first time anybody ever offered me the opportunity to own the insider stock. So I jumped at that real quick and wrote a check for $2,000 and moved to Oklahoma. When I got there, I found out the reason he was willing to sell it to him for a dime, nobody else would have paid a penny for it. But it wasn't worth a penny. I mean, I had moved my family from Louisiana to Oklahoma, just an absolute lie, misrepresentation. So what do? You get mad and tell them where to go and stick it and do all that stuff, and you move back to Louisiana. Is that what you do? No, I just said, listen, make something work. Just took off my coat, rolled up my sleeve, and started pumping gas and fixing tires. Or at least acting like that's what I was doing. At least I was working harder than anybody else. 8 years, 8 months later, I retired from that company and sold that $2,000 worth of stock for $2.2 million. All I have to do is make a lemonade out of lemons, right? Right. But most of us get mad and say, if they change the damn marketing plan again, I'm leaving. Right. Where are you going to go? Someplace that never changed the marketing plan? You know why Amway does $8 billion worth of business and we do $455 billion? They got more people in front of whiteboards, in front of people drawing more circles on the whiteboards than we do. That's the only reason. And telling people the great opportunities available in Amway. Well, I will tell you something, folks. I believe I could go with Amway tomorrow and be a millionaire in my first year. But I know 99% of the people in the world don't believe that, so they couldn't do it. It's all up here, what you believe. I'm not knocking Amway. It wasn't for Amway we wouldn't be in this business today. They saved us all from the Supreme Courts. So we have an indebtedness to them. But I appreciate that. But nevertheless, I did all that, and it was good. In 1980, I decided I now had enough money I could retire, that my 3 kids couldn't spend all the money I was making. That was a big mistake. Don't ever, if you ever get tempted to do that, call me. I'll get some advice for you. But nevertheless, I retired from the insurance business. That was right at the time in 1980 that the oil business was really booming. We had the oil thing in 1973 where they blocked it, and now the oil prices were going up and up and up. And some friends of mine in Oklahoma were in it big time in the oil business, so I got in the oil business big time. And I started an oil company. I did all that stuff. Took every dime I had and invested in the business. I borrowed every dime I could borrow from every bank in Oklahoma and put it in the oil business and bought oil because I knew it was going to $80 a barrel, just like everybody knew it was going to go to $80 a barrel. The only miscalculation we made, we put the decimal point in the wrong place because it went to $8 a barrel instead of 80. Everything I'd had and everything I earned all those years was gone. I was broke, flattered I was when I left West Virginia. Just because of that. What do? You just roll up your sleeves and go to work. Now during this, I compounded that. I was even dumber than that. A friend of mine talked me into buying a hockey team in Oklahoma City. I'd never even been to a hockey game in my life. He's telling me how great George Steinbrenner is. The New York Yankees, boy, you have your picture in the paper all the time. Gary, y'all know, have fun, have a hockey team sometime. The team lost $10,000 every game you played. I had to take $10,000 out of my pocket and put with the game's receipts that night to just pay expenses. Well, you don't know, those that don't know about hockey, they played an 80-game season. 80 games at $10,000 a year, that makes for a long season. I'm telling you, I lasted for 2.5 years in that, and it went down to 2 with all the other stuff and all that money. But I found out that I'm the only guy in the entire history of the world was praised. His hockey or sport team didn't make the playoffs. But it was amazing they made it every year to all the money. But nevertheless, I was broke, flattered, and pancake. So now, what am I going to do? I'm going to go someplace where I want to get rich. Because when you've been poor and you've been rich, rich is a whole lot better, folks. You don't know that. But when you've been poor and then you get rich and then you're poor again, rich is a whole lot better than that. But I've been both cycles now. And all I had to do was go back to work. Well, that's what I did. But I was willing now to listen. Harlan Sunshine and I have been friends since 1970. Harlan used to sell life insurance and cancer insurance for a company that I was president of. Now I'm out selling prepaid legal for a company he's president of. I don't know what the hell happened. But I get mixed emotions just thinking about it. Then I get to think about a friend of mine told one time the definition of mixed emotions, having your 17-year-old daughter come home at 4 o'clock in the morning and carry me a Gideon Bible. Think about that for a while. But I got mixed emotions about that, and Harlan had been trying to talk me into joining him because I'd known Harlan. In fact, I used to finance Harlan's business. He'd drive to Oklahoma City every day or every other day, and he'd bring all the apps his agents had written prepaid legal memberships for. I'd write him a check from our company. I would have our company write him a check, and we'd advance him the money. He'd get in his car and drive back to Ada and pay commissions to the sales force. They don't have to do that today. You don't have to drive to Ada every other day. He drives to Oklahoma City every other day and go on those money, those banks in Oklahoma City's money. But that's how I knew Harlan. In fact, the most memorable part I have about that deal is he asked me one time, he said, "John, I don't have any money. I got to get back to Ada because you loaned me $10 to buy some gas." I loaned Harlan Stonecipher, who is now a mega millionaire, $10, and he's never paid me back yet. Yeah, that's why you don't even remember me loaning him $10. That's what friends are for. But he'd been trying to talk me into joining prepaid legal, and I wasn't interested because at that time prepaid legal was selling for $2.50 a month, and $3 a month, and $6 a month. And I thought, how can you make money selling something with that small amount of money? Well, there wasn't any such thing as annualized commissions like you've been seeing up here, like you see in your marketing plan. So prepaid didn't have any money. I mean, they didn't have a dime. The only money they had was the money they took in today. It's the only money they had to do anything with tomorrow. And that sure didn't include advancing commissions for over a year's time. So they didn't have any of that kind of stuff. And I thought, how can you make any money doing that? Well, I got exposed to network marketing a little bit that I was willing to listen to. And I was like most of you, just like when all my friends told me not to get in the service station business, I felt about getting into the insurance business about the same way, or into network marketing the same way, that I wouldn't get caught dead in one of those meetings. That bunch of people going around screaming and hollering and clapping and laughing and cutting up and hugging and kissing each other. Who wouldn't be around those kind of jerks, you know? Well, that was my impression of network marketing companies. What I didn't know was that all works, right? It works big time. It works so that it's the best way in the world to deliver a product in the marketplace. So I went down to talk to Harlan on December 20, pretty Christmas, New Year's, 1982. I drove to Ada, Oklahoma, and called Harlan and asked him to meet me at Holiday Inn. And yes, any of you ever been to Ada? Well, you found out at the end of the world, but you can see it in there, can't you? I mean, Ada, welcome to and hurry back's on the same post. Harlan put up, told me it was Holiday Inn, and I didn't know it was Holiday Inn. At 8, I got there was 2 rooms in Holiday Inn. But nevertheless, I met Harlan and I told him that I had been exposed to network marketing, and I was excited about it, and I would like to talk to him about marketing prepaid legal through network marketing. He about had a heart attack. And anybody would recommend that he put his gorgeous company he'd worked so hard for 10 years to build, and to build a reputation, would get involved in Mickey Mouse stuff like I used to think about network marketing. He thought the same thing I did. And I said, Harlan, I know how you feel. That's how I felt, but here's what I found. I mean, I used that stuff on him, and I learned in kindergarten. The feel, felt, found. I said, here's that, because I'm exactly the same way, Harlan. It became a multi-billion-dollar question, folks. I know how you feel, because that's how I felt, and here's what I found. If you haven't used it, you need to start using it, because it works. But nevertheless, it worked on Harlan. He said, okay, I'll do that with one proviso, that you don't sell a membership and don't sponsor any associates within 500 miles of Oklahoma. How many of you would be here today if your sponsor told you had to travel 500 miles before you could make any money, sell memberships or sponsor associates? How many of you would like to have made about $15 million in the last 25 years? One's hindsight, the other's foresight.